about the museum?
Well, we're very disappointed that the decision that the museum is going to close. The foundation worked very hard to try to come to an alternative to closure of the Marine Corps, which unfortunately we were not able to come to fruition with. I will say I'm very grateful over the last year in our efforts to try to keep the museum open. We had tremendous support. I'd really like to point out someone who really went the extra mile, Congressman Scott Peters here in San Diego. When we reached out to him for support, he led the charge with the rest of the congressional delegation in San Diego to be able to get language in the National Defense Authorization Act, which is the budget for the DoD, that was enabling language to make it easier for us, the foundation, to maybe keep the museum open. Unfortunately, even with that support from Congressman Peters, which we greatly appreciate his efforts, we were still unable to get the decision to close the museum turned around. So I appreciate the effort of the congressional delegation, the local support from our supervisors, from the city that was behind to keeping it open. Even with all that effort, we still were unable, even with the ground roots support that we have from our docents and the many, many people who have pulled me aside, our visitors and supporters, members of the foundation, to express their disappointment that it's going to close. I'm very grateful that we had all that support and that they recognize the importance and contribution this museum, these aircraft, the people that work here, all made to the community. It's just one of those things that we've given it our best try, but we were just unable to come to a decision or the position that would allow us to remain open. But I will tell you, I'm very grateful again for all the support that we received in our efforts to try to keep it open. But it is disappointing to me personally that all these aircraft will be gone from this location. Hopefully it won't be to the scrap heap. Many of them I know will go to other museums. The Marine Corps is making a big effort to loan those to other museums or take them back either to Quantico or Pensacola. But those aircraft that will not be able to have a home, unfortunately, may end up in the scrap heap. And I think that's a shame to have these sort of iconic displays that have so much history behind them, so many stories behind them, could end up in the dump heap. I think we're much better than that, and it's disappointing to me that we would even consider as an alternative to sharing the history and everything that's here at this museum to say, nah, we'll just send it to the dump heap. Hopefully they won't end up there, but unfortunately I'm afraid some of them will.